the hope that I have for the California Arts Council would be that it continues to support those individual artists, those large organizations, and those very small organizations, those mom and pop organizations that, don't have very much at all, but an organization, a government organization like the California Arts Council comes in and says, we know the important work that you're doing in your community, and we are here to support you, even if it's $100, even if it's $1. Because just having the name of the California Arts Council and their support is so important to these arts organizations out in the state of California. That's what I hope that the Arts Council will continue to do, is to support small and large and, those communities that continue to bring the arts to the people of California.
So my hopes for the council, which is under such beautiful and great leadership, that I just want to pause to, thinking of the moment of it being created, and have you done leading it, and your depth and your leadership and what you've already done, that are the visions and the values that were at the founding, and the leadership, of our chair, that this is a council that, represents the needs and the values of artists and their communities. And I think that is so there, and how to make that happen. One of the things that's so beautiful about the Arts Council is that the council creates the container that everyone can engage in to get to the end. And its commitment to how does this money flow to the places where money doesn't flow? That in this responsibility of being an Arts Council member, how do we make sure that, what always happens in bureaucracies is it gets stopped, or people get power, it gets co-opted. It's like the mechanisms are inside the council to move it deeper, to keep moving it deeper, to find the roots that need watering.
My vision for the arts is that it really does become the industry that we all hoped for, without becoming industrial, but the industry that we all hoped for, that could support a working artist. I'm sure it's got to be better, I hope. I've been out of it 15 plus years, right? But locally, I still see people who have to take other jobs. I always hoped, and we were so better served when the council was made up by people who had connections, strong connections to the arts, who could express from their seats to the public who was there and to the staff who was listening, the vision, a personal vision, if you will, a collective vision if they had it, but a clear vision of the importance of the arts and why the agency is important to carry out a collective vision. It's also the connection of staff to those human beings who sit on the council, to be able to interact, to be able to share, to be able to talk to each other, and become a larger family, if you will, of not just staff, but it's staff, management, board, so that the agency is strengthened by that collective,
We are one of the best, again, the best agencies in the state that provide support to artists, but also our programs were nationwide models. And I would hope that we continue to be a nationwide model in all aspects of what we support, because I think artists are the future. They are intellectuals, they are the masterminds, they are the creativity. And if we don't support them, we are doing the next generation a big disservice. And I support artists all the way. And I think the California Arts Council, again, I love the California Arts Council. I just hope that we could just reignite some of that support to individual artists, because I think we have to seed our field and continue to water it. And if we don't, then all of our organizations have to hold that responsibility in addition to trying to maintain their survival. And I don't think they can split themselves in all the different directions to do that. And maybe some can because they have a lot of money, but a lot of your smaller organizations, they don't have the capacity to do that. I'm hoping the Arts Council can provide the resources to help them maintain that.
My hope for the arts in California is for us to have, more governors like Governor Newsom, who really cares about the arts, certainly, more legislators like Senator Allen and Speaker Rendon, who really understand what that value is and fight tirelessly, never forget about us, and fight tirelessly for us to have funding. And they care about their constituents. And the last thing is for that funding to create jobs for artists.